I want to
Yeah.
share this, Tommy. I want to share this. I'm gonna share this here. So this is the article. So now I'm gonna read what's on here. Can you see it? There we go.
There we go.
So now this is DJ Vlad. Now it highlights here that he says, "Don't try to change your words now. I'll be reaching out to Princeton." So now we're gonna find out why. So now when we scroll, let me make sure I didn't mess this up. Oh, hold on. Where did it go? Hold on. Did I share the wrong one?
Look at DG Vlad.
Yeah, here we go. So now it says DJ Vlad faces backlash for threatening a Princeton professor, fired after she told him stay out of black folk affair. That's what it's. And you see right here, her name is Morgan Jerkins. She says, "You are white. This is a black affair." Mm. So now, when she says that, she said this is what he says. He says, "Wait, so a professor at Princeton is telling me that a white person shouldn't be allowed to voice their opinion in hip hop? Is that how you interact with students?" And you notice, like, why would he
He
go
Princeton immediately.
exactly? He went into male Karen mode right away.
Hey.
Like he went straight into male Karen mode. He didn't try to defend himself as just being able to speak. He now had to put her job, which is a clear threat. And that's what white folk like to do. When you challenge them, they don't want to challenge you intellectually. They want to threaten your livelihood, which is what he's doing. So
Well,
this
I want you
says,
to call it right. You said that's what white folks do. Let me stop you, because he ain't white. And y'all need to cut that out. Y'all
what
need to
is he?
stop calling everybody white. That is a Ukrainian Jew.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I remember Chris Rock said, now he's a comedian, of course, so he was making a joke. But when he said, we ain't got no time to figure that shit out. You white, you a cracker. You Romanian cracker, you Ukrainian cracker. We don't got time to decipher what type of white you are. We just
You
call
better.
you white. But I get
You
what you're saying. But we would say,
let me tell you why. Because nobody else would have been able to tag Princeton and told her all these
you're
college
right.
campuses
Now
are
that
lit.
part you're right. Unless
White folks would have never been able to get Princeton even think about doing something to her, because you
right.
can be a professor at a liberal campus and say
Mhm.
fuck white people and still
Right.
keep your job, and we've seen it.
I agree. So I agree with you. But I would just add this.
See what happens. Say fuck Israel and see what happens.
I agree. But I would just say so-called Jew. But so now her response is, what I'm saying is that you put your opinion in a discussion that's not needed. This conversation is and should center black people, not you, which really shouldn't be a problem, because when it's about Jewish people, and here's the other thing, when the Jewish Palestinian war first kicked off, you know what Vlad said? Vlad said to Drake, why you not speaking on the Jew? Like Vlad tried to call Drake's Jewish side out because he got the Jewish mama saying, why you not speaking on it? So if you want Jewish people to focus on Jewish things, and now you have black people focusing on black things, why you got a problem with what she said? Then he says, don't try to change your words now. I'll be reaching out to Princeton about this on Monday. Now, here's the part that I like about the sister, Tommy. The sister didn't back down. The sister said, semester's over and my contract has been completed. But thanks for trying to bully me out of my job, for centering black people because you got your feelings hurt. Very retaliatory, huh? Nice tactic. She didn't listen. This sister ain't even back down. This sister stood right up to this devil and said, thanks for trying to bully me out of my job. And she said, my contract's been over. So even if you go to Princeton, my contract is over. So I don't even have a contractual obligation that you could even threaten me with. I like that part. But and I think there's more.
She kept it classy and didn't back down.
Exactly. She didn't resort to no type of, like, the normal response would be F you, white boy, like that. She did it in such an intellectual way that he couldn't do nothing. Now these are just comments that people made because some people was mad about it. So like it says, Vlad is whack for a myriad of reasons, but in this you can tell he saw a black woman in a predominantly white university and tried to use his whiteness against her. And listen, he just knew when he brought up Princeton, she was gonna back down.
Probably even either make her account private or delete it.
Right. Like, get rid of the comment, but she didn't. And I wanted, because he made this comment here, but she responded. I just want to try to find it. Because he said it's called a permanent record every university has. When I went to Berkeley myself, people spew ignorant and bigoted comments, and you publicly. Now, she didn't say nothing bigoted or ignorant. She just said this is a black folk conversation. Jewish people, him being Jewish, he of all people should know that there are conversations that are just Jewish. He should know that. Like, if one person should understand ethnicity's exclusion, you would think it would be Jewish people. You would think it would be him. But here's the problem with Jewish people and white people. They think that they have the right to include and input themselves in everybody else's business, regardless of their ethnicity. And this black woman stood strong with it. And I just wish I could find, I don't know what these, I don't think this, so I'm going to play it though. I don't know if this is her though.
Oh no, it's not her.
Yeah, that's not her.
And see, here's the funny part about it, Cap. I don't agree with what she's saying, and I understand what you're saying. How you're saying everybody else has their space, and black should have their space. I agree,
Right.
but in this, he was having his opinion on the rap beef. I don't think you can have Jews be the ones who are putting out your records, Jews be the one giving out the big contracts, but then all of a sudden he can't say anything. But
Right.
I also don't understand how he tried to use the phrase victim mentality. When you say anything about a Jew, the biggest victim mentality comes out. Perfect example. In rap and music, you can say kill a nigga, shoot a nigga, fuck a nigga mama. But most of these happen to you New York guys, you up north guys. Y'all got censored in ways that which I was shocked, because again, as a young man, I heard my man Meth, he said on a song with Tupac, sticking up Jews with German Rugers.
Right.
They cut that out.
Yeah.
In the same song in which they was talking about killing people, they cut that out. What about your other boy and all about the Benjamins?
I was just about to say, should do what we do. Stack chips like, you can't say like Hebrews. Now, and you think about that, ain't even, how is that even derogatory? He's just saying stack chips like Hebrews.
Yeah, make money like them.
Yeah. Can't say that. You can't say that. And that's why when she said this is black business, now I don't know what part of the conversation they was having that made her say this is a black conversation. So I'm assuming it probably started off with the Kendrick and Drake. And as the conversation is progressing, he probably tried to center himself, which is what most Jewish people try to do, center themselves. Yep. And she probably saying, no, this ain't about, that's why she said, center yourself in a response. So he probably tried to center himself. She didn't allow it. And he tried to pull out his full Jewish card by threatening her job.
Sure did.
I mean, I thought that was, when I say sad, I thought that was some sad, but I was proud of the sister. Again, I don't know the whole story, but I was proud that when she was attacked, she didn't attack it like an unintelligent black person would, like the way that he probably expected her to do. He probably expected her, when she said Princeton, he probably expected her to back down, backtrack, take the post down, delete a comment, maybe
to him. Did you be like how they made Nick Cannon do? How they do with Kyrie Irving? Let me stop. Mm-hmm. Go ahead,
Cap. No, because the minute that she would have said something like, well, oh no, I didn't mean it that way. The minute she would have said it like that, he would say, oh, I got her, because now he knows, okay, she cares about that job. So because she cares about that job, I could do something to her. But what she did was said, nah, she counted him so well. Yeah, my contract is up. I've been a professor there for years. I'll be back. This ain't got nothing to do with what I do as a job, because it don't have nothing to do. She wasn't on college grounds. She's on a goddamn social media app having a social media
grown-ass person.
Yeah. And like I said, he went full male Karen mode. That's a male Karen. If I was to say it bluntly, I would say, yeah, if I was to say it bluntly, that's a male bitch. That's what that would be the equivalent to. And he did it against a black woman.
Who he claimed. I want you to understand. See, this is why I posted it, Cap.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you know. Here's the selfish reason why I posted it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
One is because I was really proud of her response. Two, because I was saddened that this man would do that. But three, he claimed that that's the reason why he nixed the interview with me, where I sat and talked to this man for 3 fucking hours. He claimed that he didn't put the video out because he didn't realize how anti-black I was and how much I hate. So wait a minute, you had your people call my black ass, bring me all the way out to California and didn't know who the fuck I was? That's the lie this nigga told DJ Academics, that he didn't know who the fuck I was, and that I'm so anti-black, and he got a black wife. Well, if he put the interview out, which his punk ass won't do, because I not only brought up what I gave a beautiful interview. I'm telling you, for 3 hours, he tried to catch me and all kind of shit, and I easily explained what I was doing and why. And then I had the recorded video of him saying, man, you know, that was a great interview. I'm going to put it out regardless of what Tariq Nasheed did. That's what he said out of his own mouth. Now here it is years later. You want to tell people what was in my interview instead of letting them hear it for themselves?
And they can easily just hear it.
Hear it.
That's what I was going to say. They could easily just hear it and judge for themselves.
But you're going to sit and keep talking about an interview you refuse to let motherfuckers hear. And then you Mr. I love black folks and he don't. But you can have killers on your show. You can have drug dealers on your show. He done had all kind of motherfuckers that ain't shit on his show. But what I was saying, and again, he reached out to me. I didn't reach out to him. I didn't know who the fuck he was. Now, after he done did all that and talk about how he married to a black woman, all the black folks turned against me. Next thing you know, he's doing this to a black woman, trying to get a black woman fired from a place where there's a lack of diversity there.
Right. That's because the part that kills me.
You on Instagram? Bro, real?
That is insane to me. And then this what she said. She said, which is, so he says, hold up, let me get this part. After she says, nice tactic for getting me out of my job. Why do I keep missing? Hold on. I just want to get to this one part that she said. Because this is what she said, which is not even what I said. I find it funny that you specifically chose to respond me, belittle my academic background, and threaten my job when others responded to you in a much harsher way. Very interesting and telling, but you got it. And I think that goes right back to what you said. Like, why did she pick him? Why did she pick her? A lot of, you know how many people disrespect Vlad all the time? Men disrespect. Why did he highlight the black woman?
And was so quick to do it.
Right.
And not even highlight what she said, but he went after her personal life. And if you notice, that's what a lot of, not the whites, but that sect of white. And every time y'all black folks, not you specifically, but with a lot of the black folks, the FBAs who tell me, oh, no, they're all white. I'm like, y'all literally came up with a group to separate blacks. To different type of blacks. Foundational blacks versus tethers.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, so
they created racism amongst blacks.
And yet want to tell me all whites is the same? That means they scared of talking about that one group and they know what they're doing. Right. They see what they would rather.
I was going to say they would rather argue with the Jamaican or the Panamanian or the Dominican. They would rather argue with them than argue with white people. So they'll separate them. They'll say they're all the same, but we're different. This foundational black just is crazy to me because foundation would have to be we founded America. We didn't find shit. We was brought over here on goddamn slave ships. How did we find it? Like white people could say I'm a foundational American. White folks say that because their forefathers came over here and took it over. Native Indians could even say foundational Native Indians. Black people ain't no damn foundational black Americans. We were brought over here on slave ships. Found what?
Oh, now you're gonna get started. I know what our next show gonna be. we gonna have to open up. I'm gonna let you talk, and then I'm gonna let you open up the lines. I'm just gonna sit there and do like this.
Yeah, I could do, and it'd be a trip because I think every FBA is phony. Because every FBA that I meet don't battle me on FBA, including Tommy. Now, me and Tommy, no, I mean say Tommy, including what's the cat's name? What's the cat's name?
Tariq.
Tariq. Me and Tariq Nasheed was on No Jumper together.
Oh, really?
And yeah, last year when I said I was in Cali, so now I was in Cali in October. So now, just to give a brief backdrop, there's this guy, Whack 100, that I was cool with at one time. He does a show on No Jumper. Now, I was supposed to come on there to debate Richard Spencer. Richard Spencer, you know him. Richard Spencer was this big Trump supporter, was, pro-white XYZ. So it was supposed to be me versus Richard Spencer. And so Richard Spencer backs out of the debate, but I'm still coming to Cali. So Wack hooks up Tariq Nasheed, me and him to sit down. So now, what I will say is me and Tariq didn't want to go on a white man show arguing. So we wasn't really going to be contentious that way. But I did, when we was talking, he was asking me like, do you accept this? Do you accept that? And I'm like, yeah, I accept them Haitians. I accept the Dominicans. I accept the South Americans. I accept them all. And I didn't get no brushback. Now I'm using Tariq Nasheed as a litmus test because he's considered, he's popular. He's considered like the FBA guy. But whether it's Tariq Nasheed or any FBA that I've encountered, they never challenged me on this person is not black and why. Because when you go into it, the person that's saying they foundational black, and then let's say if you take a Dominican, or let's say you take a Haitian, or you take a Guatemalan, or you take a Panamanian, how are you more foundational than them?
Thank you.
I just want to know how are you more foundational than them? And that's the one that all I'd ask is just that question.
And what answer did you get?
I ain't got an answer yet. Only thing they'll say is slavery. So I say, well, they were in, like, a lot of people think the transatlantic slave trade started with blacks to America. That's not true. The transatlantic slave trade started in North and South America first.
Which is why the largest group of African Americans, if you want to call them that, is in South America, not North America.
Right. And now, so when Columbus and them came over here to America, they took what we today call Hispanics, the Taino Indians and stuff like that. They took them to Spain first, and then they started exporting those from the west coast of Africa to South America and then to the South. So if you're saying it's slavery, we all shared the slavery together. So how do we share the slavery together, but then you saying the slavery separates us? I just don't make, I don't understand the logic. So when I start talking like that, I guess when they say like, okay, he might be a little educated nigga, so I can't really make it make sense. I can't really make it make sense to them. Just because brothers got dropped off at different locations off the boat don't now separate us. Like I don't get the whole FBA thing. So I'm an enemy to them. I hate them niggas. I hate them. Like, because they put it. Go ahead. You said what? No, you got it.
You mind if I play something right quick about what just because somebody in the art said that they brought, apparently Whack 100 brought DJ Vlad on to his clubhouse today.
Okay.
To discuss this, I guess, and somehow my name came up again, and the person in the comment section is trying to say, oh, that he said the reason he didn't put my interview out because I was harassing him to put the interview out.
Let's play it. Let's play it.
Yeah, so first off, I'm trying to let this dude know, how does that make any sense? Somebody kept asking me to put the interview out, so that rubbed me the wrong way, so I didn't put it out. Yeah, but I keep talking about this fucking interview I didn't put out. If you're not going to put the fucker out, don't talk about it. That would make sense. But then I'm trying to let him know this is what he said when he talked to DJ Academics. This is from his own site. This is from his own page.
I understand your point of view of like, okay, you may not agree with certain things that the person says. And I had Tariq Nasheed on my platform. Mm-hmm. It was actually a relatively good conversation, but it wasn't until maybe a couple months later I interviewed Tommy Sotomayor.
Yeah.
And Tariq Nasheed literally burst into the studio to like confront him.
Yeah.
And you know, this whole situation just turned ugly and disrespectful. I'm like, yo, I give this dude a platform only for him to come and burst into my fucking studio because he got a beef with the dude I'm interviewing. And
Yeah.
Tommy saying I set him up, and then Tommy starts recording my phone calls, and I just say, and the Tommy Sotomayor shit, like I didn't really realize him, but once, you know, when I look back at the interview, which I never put out, it was like very anti-black woman. You know what I'm saying? And I just said, you know something? I'm done with this whole fucking genre at this point.
Yeah,
All these dudes who are like anti everything and whatever, and their claim to fame is just being edgy, you know, and don't really have actual talent behind what they do. You know, they're not like stand-up comedians, or they're not artists or basketball players or whatever. I said, I'm cool with all of this shit. I removed all.
Now he said, don't listen to what he said. Don't have talent. They're not artists, they're not comedians. Says the man who's neither.
Right.
He's literally neither. But me and Tyreek apparently have no talent.
All the Tariq Nasheed shit. I never put out the Tommy Sotomayor shit. And I said, fuck this whole genre. I'm cool.
And by the way, you know, so in the same almost situation how I got to interview Tate, I almost was gonna do something with Tommy. He was not in my
interview Hassan
and,
Campbell, though.
Yeah, and
Right.
And listen, I'm open to doing it, but I remember saying, well, if he's gonna be on my platform, it got to be constructive conversation. It can't be like, yo, you're just trying to get off, yo, fuck these black bitches. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it's,
have y'all ever seen me interview anywhere with anyone and my interview was fuck these black bitches? Name one. Name one interview you've ever seen me do it anywhere where it was not constructive and informative.
See, the problem is whenever you say anything about a black woman, because like what you go through, we go through. Even though like last week when we had the conversation and people say, Cap, you kind of like pandering to black women. Even though I'm saying the black woman is the vintage car. Even though I call a black woman to be where we say the black woman is a monster, we say all that. Tommy say the same thing. The real problem is calling black women on their bullshit is not selling to the audience that they capitalize on, which is the black woman. How are we going to continue to hustle her if we bring somebody on that will tell her the truth? And that's what hurts academics. So now the narrative they got to put out is he called black women bitches all day. And I'm not saying whether Tommy has never called them. I call a black woman a bitch before. But if there's a reason to, like, for example, the black
they bring the rappers on. The rappers call them bitches all through the songs. And when DJ Academics had that girl take pictures at his house, it was right after what happened with me at Fresh and Fit. And he was like, see, that's why I can't bring that nigga on the show. You can't control him. What happened to him? He threatened to fight the same damn black woman who was exposing him.
Wow.
The same person. After saying that I exploded, he did worse.
That is crazy to me. That is crazy as hell to me. So that's, I don't know, man. Like telling the black woman the truth is like the greatest thing. And then the black women be thinking that you're trying to downgrade them, but really we just trying to build you up. But you've been being fucking told a lie for the past 30 years. You've been told a lie. And look at your life. Look at your life. Look at your man selection. Look at all the kids you have. Look at the stress you go through. That's why your hair can't grow right. Now, as I'm saying all these things, is it bad? Is it not true? Do black women, when you get in your 30s and 40s or your late 20s and you done been ran through by multiple men, do you not think about your life choices of the men you picked? Do you not think, if you got multiple kids, do you not think about the kids you had and maybe I should have made better choices? So now if we tell you that truth, maybe you might raise your kids better so that they don't make the mistakes that you made. You can hate the messenger, but you can't hate the message. And God forbid the black woman wake up. Let that black woman wake up. Then we'll have this college professor beating the shit out of Vlad. Like, that's the opposite. The opposite is this black woman gets to beat the shit out of Vlad to where Vlad want to try to threaten a job and she can't even win. Or you can have the roach, Sexy Red, out there twerking with the goddamn country singer. Man, I saw that goddamn video, Tommy, and I said, this bitch got to twerk everywhere.
I'm gonna have to call you Captain Segway after that. That's pretty good. Y'all don't know what he did, but I know what he did. That
no, I want to come back. No, I want to come back to it.
In the business, what you did, that was beautiful. In the business, in television,
right?
What you just did was beautiful. That's why I said I'm gonna call you Captain.
Oh,
Segway.
okay. I get what you're saying.
To talk about, and you brought us into it from that one. You did a very
okay. I
good
get
job.
what you're saying. I get what
I'm giving
saying.
you your props.
I appreciate that. But yeah, so like I wish. But I do want to hear what Vlad said with the whack. If you have that, I don't know if somebody sent it to you.
I hope that guy has it. I didn't even see what it was because he said that they had the discussion tonight and it was on Clubhouse. I don't know if Clubhouse is recorded or what. But
well,
he's saying,
what I do know
for a different reason now. So
yeah,
go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say, what I do know is if Whack 100, because I used to be on Clubhouse with him a lot, so I do know if Whack 100 did a Clubhouse with Vlad, it's usually up pretty quick. So I'll see if I can find it. If not, then we can find it.
And I still want to understand why this person, official, whoever the fuck he is, keep on trying to argue with me about what the fucker said. I'm the one who was in the interview. So if he's telling you different shit, instead of trying to tell me you heard different shit, why don't you say maybe the nigga lying since he's told different shit about the same situation? Instead of trying to fucking question me like I was on Clubhouse, sir. When you talking to everybody else, since you sirring me, I'm gonna sir you back. Since you're talking to everybody else, why don't you talk to me, sir? Fuck, you gonna sit up here and you heard what he said right there. So I don't give a fuck what he said today. You should be up there questioning, saying he said something different than what he said on his own damn show. And he brought up my name without nobody prompting him to do it. And he's done it to like 4 different people. For 4 or 5. Because I think he did it with who else he did it with? He keeps bringing my name up. Why does he keep bringing my name up? I don't bring his up. Why does he keep bringing mine up? That is the only reason why I spoke about this nigga, because I had let that shit go and he keeps talking about it. I think he spoke about it when he was talking about it with Corey Holcomb. So you gonna have nigga and y'all okay with it with your pussy ass, sir? Yeah, I'm calling you out your name because I got the mic. But you okay with someone talking about someone, but they could talk to them? You okay with somebody telling you different versions of the same event happening? Has my fucking recollection of it changed from the day it happened till today? My recollection of it is the exact fucking same. But instead of you saying, well, I mean, this dude is giving different damn recollections of it. Maybe he's lying.
Hey, and what chat is this taking place?
It's in yours. There's somebody over there.
Okay. I was trying to look it up. Oh yeah, I don't even know who that is. That's a troll. But that interview, from what I see on YouTube, it's like, yeah, I don't know him. I just don't like. I don't really police chats. I like to let them come in there and chat and go crazy.
I like them to say what they're saying. I just like saying
stuff. Yeah. What I do sometimes?
There go Vlad. There go Vlad up there saying, yeah. Is that what you wanted to see, sir? Is that what you wanted? You want to see Vlad up in there? Yes. Got these niggas arguing. Yeah.